Kim, aka Kimmy Some Sense, coming to you with a new video. I am on a batch recording roll right now, so if you're watching this video or some of my other prior videos I have posted, yeah, I'm wearing the same thing because I'm knocking these out right now in an evening after work, so I can kind of spend the rest of the week and weekend editing and get these up on a more regular cadence, and just getting into the habit of just doing that, keeping some content going, and hopefully being able to increase my subscriber count. I am right now pretty close to the 50 subscriber mark. So if you're watching this, if you're watching my other videos and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and do it. I would love to just, again, it's just a goal I want to hit. That's just for my own personal satisfaction. But today, the video I am going to, or what I'm going to talk about is, it's almost a rant and some observations, and it has to do with 3 popular caramel fragrances. Those fragrances are Taskine, Caramel Cascade, Bianco Latte, and Lattafa's Eclaire. So these have probably been, I want to say, on like TikTok, Instagram, a lot of the Facebook fragrance groups. I feel like this has kind of been the theme of like late spring, summer, of, Bianco Latte being the, the leader of the pack when it has come to the designer niche caramel fragrance. And so the notes for Bianco Latte, the top note is caramel, the middle note is coumarin and honey, and the base note is vanilla and white musk. And so I start off with describing that fragrances because the other two, Eclaire is supposed to be a dupe of Bianco Latte, and some have said that Taskine Caramel Cascade is also supposed to be a dupe. But for all 3, I've got some feelings to share on those, and so we'll continue on. The second fragrance I'll describe that I just mentioned earlier is Eclaire, Lattafa's Eclaire. The top notes for that fragrance are caramel, milk, and sugar. The middle notes are white flowers and honey. And then the base notes are vanilla, praline, and musk. So Bianco Latte and Eclaire, they share kind of the same base, those top middle notes, just with the difference for Eclaire having that middle note of white flowers and then the base note of praline. And so for those 2, they are being described by so many other people as being similar, very close in scent. Oh, I think Eclaire might have been considered to be slightly lighter, but a lot of people were fine with that. And a significantly lower price point than Bianco Latte. Bianco Latte started out at $150, which you can get a lot of the decants for Bianco Latte, which is what I did. And Eclaire, available on Lattafa USA. I think that one was like a 3.4 ounce that you got. Right now it's sold out as of June 26th, but it was about $49.50. And so then for Taskine Caramel Cascade, the notes for that fragrance, or the top notes, are caramel and milk. The middle notes, tonka bean and honey. So again, similar to Bianco Latte's middle note. And then the base note, also similar to Bianco Latte's base note, was vanilla and white musk. And so as I describe all these notes, I want to give you my observations because I feel betrayed. I say that because I've seen nothing but positive, like, oh, it smells so good, like, oh, it's the best. And I need someone out there to talk about if honey is not the best note for your skin chemistry, because upon the first initial sprays of Bianco Latte, I ordered, I believe maybe from Scent Split, a 5 milliliter decant. I sprayed it, and I love the scent of it. Both of them gave a great scent bubble. Same for Eclaire. I ordered that direct from Lattafa USA, the USA website. Same thing, great scent bubble. When I sprayed that one, I walked into the room, I smelled the, the caramel buttery scent. And so on paper and based on the descriptions, they both smelled lovely. But when I went ahead and sprayed it on my skin, again, I did get the notes of the caramel, the coumarin, honey, vanilla, and white musk. But I also got this lovely note of white bike tire. So if you were a kid and you had a bicycle and you remember what that smells like, that's what I got on my skin. And I have been trying to find out what in my skin chemistry does not react well with, I think it's the honey, because all the other notes, I have fragrances that contain those notes, and I did not get the screechy bike tire scent. And so I was talking to a friend, and she thought, well, maybe she's the one that kind of like brought me to a conclusion, like, yeah, it's probably my skin chemistry. And so those two fragrances, I tried to make work. I tried even blending them, mixing, layering them with other scents to see if I could make a difference, if I could cut that bike tire scent out. And it didn't make a difference enough for me to want to keep any of them. And so I am on the hunt for additional caramel fragrances. And so I do have several others that I can kind of show you that I have currently in my collection that I do enjoy. But I am still trying to find, and they have their different notes. Like some might have a floral note. But I'm truly looking for, again, a caramel scent that will not remind me, again, of bike tires. And so then when it came to the Taskine Caramel Cascade, I should have listened. So I did get, so while I heard just rave reviews for Bianco Latte and Eclaire, the notes for what I guess the feedback that I heard about the Taskine Caramel Cascade, a lot of people were on the money with that one in terms of when I ordered that fragrance. I ordered it from Aroma Concepts online. I got it, and I ordered also, I think, one other fragrance with it. But in the order, they sent Peach Taskine. They did not send me Caramel Cascade. And so after a lot of back and forth with their customer service, I ended up keeping the Peach Taskine because, again, I heard people ranting and raving about that. I figured maybe it's a sign I should keep it, smell it, try it for myself. I did end up liking it. More to come on that in a future video. But I still want the caramel one. That's what I ordered. And so after kind of working with them and just saying like, fine, I'll keep what you sent me, because I did get a more expensive fragrance for cheaper because peach costs more than a caramel. But I ended up asking if I could get 10% off and free shipping to get the Caramel Cascade, because I was so curious about it and I wanted to smell it. And again, letting too much of the social media get into my mind. And so the feedback of people saying what this actually smelled like was valid, because when I finally get the package, I wait for the mailman to get here, take a quick break from what I'm doing, run and get it, rip open the box, and sure enough, this ish smelled like root beer. Even when I sprayed it, even on my skin, like, it was consistent. I'll give it that benefit, but it smelled like root beer. It did not give any of it, and I don't even know where the root beer note would have come from on this. And so I did not have the patience to honestly let it sit, because I know that's what a lot of people talk about. Let it mature, do the sprays. And all three I ended up selling in a package on Mercari, admittedly at a loss, just because I want to make room for, again, what I love. So all that to say with this rant is, don't always go crazy for the hype of these fragrances. Always, do a decant where you can, and know that if you don't love something, don't keep it. Don't try and make it, try and make it work if you can. But you know, don't fall into the hype. So that was my rant about those 3 fragrances. They're out of my house because I honestly, I could have given them to friends and family, but for the money I'd spent, I was just kind of like, you know what? Let me just get the funds to put it back into, again, a fragrance that I enjoy. And I will probably, again, if I didn't kind of mention it earlier in this video, the fragrances that I have been enjoying that do have that caramel scent to it. And as we kind of get closer to fall, and I'm going back more into the gourmands versus the truly light, summery, fruity scents, I look forward to doing some scent combos there. If not on here, or on my Instagram page, which is linked in my profile. But in the meantime, just want to share that rant with you, and let me know in the comments, have you had a similar experience? Is there a note that's in a fragrance that everyone has sworn by, that they love, that you were just like, nah, it didn't work for me, I didn't see what they were talking about? Let me know. And in the meantime, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you like this content, and I will see you later. Bye.